welcome to Marilyn's Tarot Take. I hope you have had a fabulous day. It is Saturday evening where I am. Beautiful weather, so it's been a glorious weather time here. I'm bringing today the Baddeley Tarot, a journey of wisdom, myth, and transformation. And this is touted as a groundbreaking tarot. I've not opened it. This is going to be an unboxing. I did do a wee bit of research on it. The author is Jake Baddeley, and he's an artist that was interested in symbolism and mythology, and he had no idea what the tarot card images really meant. So when he researched it, he found that really there is no authoritative answer on what each of these cards mean. So he believes that the imagery that he's created or that as a part of the card, um, it becomes clear once you realize that each card illustrates a myth. If you line all the cards up as they are numbered to be, then it tells the story of the myths of each of the cards combined. And that creates the journey of the soul through life and death and the underworld, and then back to cycle around again. And it shows the immortality of the soul and reincarnation. So he found that this story of the cards match an ancient initiation rite of the Eleusinian mysteries that go back 3,000 years to ancient Greece. So with this deck, he hopes to show this connection to the ancient um, initiation rites and bring forward the history that's been lost in modern tarot. So again, this is why this is touted as groundbreaking, because it's going back to Greek roots 3,000 years ago. So we'll see how we do here with this. Again, I've only seen a couple of the cards during my research, but I haven't opened the box yet. So let's look and see. I'm going into this blind. So I'm not a historian. I don't know much about the Eleusinian rites. I don't know anything about them, quite honestly. So let's just journey into this together and see what we can find. This is a Blue Angel production. A fabulous box, I must say. Gorgeous, big box. So again, it's the Baddeley Tarot, a journey of wisdom, myth, and transformation. Same on the sides here. Beautiful. I love the imagery. Love this. Blue Angel always does a fabulous job. And this is just recent. I pre-ordered this actually. So on the back here, it's probably going to be a lengthy video because I don't want to rush through something as interesting as this. So on the back, it says the Baddeley Tarot invites you to explore an ancient system that has guided seekers for centuries, drawing upon the forbidden esoteric wisdom of the past. Hidden within the cards are legends and myths of ancient times, now revealed in their full meaning and pattern, offering insight into the journey of the soul through life and beyond. Deeply researched and richly layered, this deck connects the symbolism of early tarots with the philosophies and spirit of the Renaissance era. Each card offers a portal into the mythological past, unveiling a timeless path of transformation. The illustrations by Jake Baddeley, inspired by the techniques of Renaissance masters, weave multiple layers of meaning, creating a tarot deck that speaks to both the intellect and the spirit. Filled with centuries-old symbolism and evocative imagery, the Baddeley Tarot guides you towards self-illumination, spiritual elevation, and the fire of divination, offering inspiration for your soul's journey. So 78 cards and a 368-page full-color guidebook. Beautiful. So let's see here. I love the image on the front. Gorgeous. Nice box. Beautiful brown, goldy, coppery brown on the inside. Nice protective paper. That's always nice. Ooh, beautiful guidebook. Look at that. Oh, rose petal. And a little bit of, it's not gold foiling, but a little bit of the foiling on there. Ooh, beautiful. Look at that. Baddeley Tarot, and on the back it says tarot is a game of cards, a book with no words, a book of allegories, a book that can be read in any order and that can contain all the stories in the world. It is a journey of the soul. I really love the looks of this book and the feel. Wow. Beautiful pages. Nice paper. Let's look. Ooh, Tree of Life. Beautiful. Okay, we've got first steps, deep roots of the tarot, a short history of the tarot, mysteries of the tarot, the codes of the tarot, conclusion, the secrets of the ages, card spreads 101. Okay, so then he's got the pages that correlate with the cards themselves. Love this. Let's see what this is. There's parts up here. I've got a bit of a glare, so pardon me if I'm stumbling around here a little bit. My light is kind of glary tonight on this particular print up here. So that's the introduction. We have part 2 is the greater mysteries. Part 3 is the lesser mysteries, which is the minors. Dedication. I would like to dedicate this book to the goddess, in particular to my mother, for a chance to be here and my loving wife who has put up with my obsessions for so long. So this is the introductory first steps. This is going to be a study deck. I can see that right now. Deep Roots of the Tarot. I won't read all of this. It kind of gave an overview of what his take was on it. Here's the history of the tarot, Tarot of Milan, the Marseille, the modern tarot, symbolism of the cards. Wow, this is going to be great. And here's the mysteries of the tarot, elemental correspondences of the suits. Love this. Swords, fire, warm, dry, bright, passionate spirit being, batons, air, ephemeral, weightless, moving, mind, thinking, cups, water, cool, moist, smooth, soft, purifying, emotion, feeling, coins, earth, hard, heavy, stable, body, doing. So standard meanings. Got some, the magic of the pips. This pip's for you, Simon. This is great. Quality of the numbers, 0, divine unity, emptiness. Number 1's primary movement, seed, the wholeness of element. That's going to be fabulous. We've got the astrological significances there. Numbers, forms, Pythagoreans were also geometers, and with every number comes a geometric form. How true is that? Sacred geometry at its best. Planetary spheres. Well, this is fabulous. Stars, the elements, Jupiter, Saturn, Sun, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Moon. Oh man, this is going to be outstanding. Description of the planets, the fates in the sky. Originating in summer, astrology characterized the stars and planets as potent influences on the destiny of humankind from an early time. Comparisons were drawn between the influence of the fixed stars in the sky and planets wandering across them. Astrologers would declare that Venus rules Taurus, drawing upon an agreed schema with correlations that were derived from geometry. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Chakra and the zodiac. Boy, this is really nice. Has the planetary involvement with all of the chakras. Family of humanity. So it's the king, knight, queen, page, his description of their characteristics. More characteristics of the fire. King, Knight, Queen, Page. The greater secrets of the soul's journey. Wow. Social hierarchy. Okay, here we go. This is just the basic. Here's social hierarchy is the Fool through the Hierophant, the virtues or lover's chariot, temperance, justice, and fortitude. Adversities. That's I got a flare on there. The Hermit, the Hanged Man, Death, Devil, Tower. The afterlife is the star, moon, sun, judgment, and the world. Wow, this is so cool. Wheel of Fortune, the codes of the tarot, celestial harmony. Wow, wow, wow. Ladder of the souls. Oh my goodness, this is just nonstop. Vices and virtues. Foolishness and consistency, wrath, injustice, infidelity, envy, despair. Prudence, fortitude, temperance, justice, faith, charity, and hope. Those were the seven vices and the seven virtues. Oh, this is fabulous. Just fabulous. Vice and virtue again. The trump. For instance, here we've got the Fool, the vice is foolishness, planet is Saturn, the virtue is prudence, and the trump is the Hermit. Oh my gosh, is this going to be fun? Roots in antiquity. This is the Music of the Spheres, woodcut by Francesco Gaffori, 1508. The Fool's Journey. Dante's Divine Comedy. Oh my gosh. The Star, the Devil. Here's the Eleusinian Mysteries. That's a little explanation of that. The rites that go with that. Order of the Festival, day 1 through day 10, it looks like. And then we get into, oh my gosh, cards and spreads, lots of spreads. Holy moly, isn't this just fabulous? Okay. Part 2, The Greater Mysteries, The Journey of the Soul. Oh, this is going to be such a fun experience. The Fool. The mystery and the message, and then it has a reversal. So there's quite a bit for each one. Mystery and the message. Oh my goodness. Notes in the back. Oh, looky there. There's a Medieval Feathers Tarot. Don't you love that? So these are some other tarot decks back here. Blue Angel, little advertisement in the end there. There's references in the back. Oh, isn't that fabulous? Mystery. All right. Let's dive into the cards. Holy moly. Isn't this fabulous? I wish you could feel this. Oh, I'm so tactile. Okay, we're going to put this out of the way here so we aren't just too distracted. All right. Let's look at the cards. Don't want to mar them. Come on, you can get out of there. Oh, lovely box. There's a Tree of Life. Beautiful. Nice, sturdy box. Put that there. All right, the backs. Oh my goodness, look at the backs. Let me get out of the glare. Wow. Beautiful. Tarot size. Right on the money. Standard tarot size. And a nice, not too thick, not too thin. And it's a matte finish. That's nice. Oh wow. I have no idea what order these cards are in. Look at that. I'm gonna pause and bring the camera down just a pin. Okay, back at it. I think that's in proper focus. The Fool. Oh, the line work, look at that. There's so much going on. I mean, this is going to be a study deck. This is my walkthrough will not be a definitive walkthrough as to what each one of these cards means by a long shot, but I love how he has drawn these. I'm loving this little space down here. I am loving that. We've got the basic, we can't see, the dog and all that. We can't see him stepping off. But again, if his interpretation of these cards, sorry, I hit the camera, of these cards is more along the lines of his found history of them, then they might be depicted slightly differently. Love the hat. Wow. Get my accoutrement out of the way here. Okay, the juggler. Oh, look at that. My light's going crazy, I think, because I have a red background. I think that's the problem. Sometimes this red background goes a little wackadoo. He's juggling quite a few things here. He's got the cups, the knife. There's the dice. Oh, wow, these are great. Sorry about my lighting flipping around. I may have to change my background here. We'll see what happens. High Priestess, look at that. Her eyes are covered. There's the keys. Horns. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. Again, gonna be a study deck. You'll see things that I'll miss, I'm sure. The Empress. Beautiful. Get the shield. The Emperor. Get the sun peeking up back there. Wow, look at these. Got the sphere, got the staff. They both have the sphere around them. It's somewhat matching shields, not quite. Similar. Two-headed eagle. Both have the wreath, floral around them. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Hierophant. Bring that a little closer. I've got it focused to where I'm bringing them closer. This down here is not going to be in focus. I've got a funny focus. It's just, it is what it is. The Hierophant. Aren't these gorgeous? I mean, you could take 10 minutes on each card. Look it up in the book, and I will look up one of them and read what he has to say about them. I really like this. Don't ask me why I'm focusing in on that, but it just seems to make me happy. Chariot. Beautiful. Temperance. I'm liking that we're zoomed in a little bit. I mean, we're not zoomed in as much as the, of course I can't think of the name of it. Oh, what's the one? The Ehrenberg. That it's, be zoomed in like this. But I like that, being zoomed in. We still have the backdrop, but more concentrating on the person, the figure, or as he would say, the myth. So we'll see if they, if he mentions what the myth is, or if that's something we have to find out on our journey. Fortitude is number 10. Strength. Wheel of Fortune. Let's look and see what he says about the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to change that focus. This is just nuts. There. That helps a little bit. Wheel of Fortune. Let's see if I can find that in here. This is quite the book. There's Fortitude. Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what he has to say. May not read the whole darn thing because it's quite a bit. Life's constant changes urge an acceptance of uncertainty and adaptation to challenges. Embrace the flow of life, surrender to destiny, and learn from both successes and failure. Okay, here's the mystery. The goddess Fortuna spins the wheel of destiny, symbolizing the cyclical motion of the cosmos and the flow of time. She is the turning of the stars around the pole and the rise and fall of the zodiac. She represents destiny, the future ordained by the fates and revealed in the stars through astrology and other oracular methods. The wheel suggests that life brings certain inevitable events such as birth, old age, and death. Conversely, she also reveals that nothing is set, all is in flux, and the future is uncertain, depending on the changes in the present. The turning of the wheel is the journey of the soul, the rises and falls within the cycle of life. She is what was, what is, and what will be. This card's image depicts her blindfolded, ensuring her impartiality. The Wheel of Fortune symbolizes success, wealth, and good fortune, as well as poverty and failure, none of which are permanent. The only constant is change. Whatever Fortuna has raised on high, she again will bring low. So that was the mystery. I'm going to go ahead and read the message. The message is depicting the cycles and phases we go through. 11, the Wheel of Fortune, signifies life's intricate patterns and the constant force of change. Traverse your path regardless of perceived adversary or goodness, as all experiences offer opportunities for personal growth. Your course is unfolded as it should, and you are fulfilling your destiny. Let go of the illusion of control, trust in the wheel's turning, and learn to dance with uncertainty. Receive whatever happens as a gift. When things aren't going according to plan, remember the wheel turns and you'll be on the up soon enough. When you're on the high, be prepared for when the wheel turns the other way. The only constant is change. When you accept the constant flux and flow of existence, you adapt to changes quicker, learning to ride them like waves. External factors became nothing but underground noise, and in the midst of this, your true nature reveals itself, unmoving and unchanged. And this acceptance helps you maintain your course on the journey of the soul. I picked this card on purpose because this is what we need to remember as the world turns in crazy times. So that's his interpretation of the wheel. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, so much to look at. Hermit. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Again, these symbols, that's for future study. I may have to study this deck and then do a deep dive. That would be super fun. Hanged Man. Now, I've seen this before. He has bags of money. He has his coins. I cannot tell you what deck. Simon would probably know. But there's at least one. I'm sure there's more than one, but where he's holding bags of money. If any of you know, please put it in the comments. Help me out there a little bit. Death. Kathy from Nothing So Strange, she put me onto this deck. She mentioned this and I thought, ooh, I'm going to have to get this. You have to go over to her channel. She has some very interesting things. Nothing So Strange, Miss Kathy. So thank you for mentioning this deck to me. I'm loving it. Love the death card. This is fabulous. Look at that. Do they all have spheres around them? Yes, they do. Except the Wheel of Fortune is its own sphere. They all have a circle around them. Okay. Took me long enough to realize that. It is late at night, so, Quite a few heads down here. They've met their fate. Not sure what these are just symbols up here. Like I said, I could spend 10 minutes on each card. The devil. And this is a nod to the face and the belly. You see that there's a face in the belly, face in the chest. Interesting. Female devil. She looks mostly female to me. Oh, wow. And here's the sacred geometry around her. Oh, gosh. This is just so cool. This is almost like the drama faces here. The theater. Ooh, lovely tower. Look at that. Wow, the crown is falling. Now, in the Ascento Tarot, he's got the, and I've not found this out yet. He's got this checkerboard on, I think, darn near every card, if not every card, is the base of his cards, the checkerboard. That means something. And I don't know what that is. That's another thing. If you know, put it in comments. I'll look it up. The star. Beautiful. Wow. The moon. Aren't these gorgeous? There's the... Well, it looks more like the crawfish. Wow. There's so much going on. Oh, sun. Lots of HUDs coming down here. Boy, that's a beautiful card. Again, I like it. It's kind of zoomed in. There's not quite as much background in there. A lot going on for it being zoomed in. And Judgment. Two spheres there. The World. Gorgeous. Wow, look at that. Astrological signs around here. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're into the swords. So he indicates the suit up here. Beautiful. Okay, let's just compare the... I'm intrigued with the spheres. So, being kind of a fan of sacred geometry, I'm intrigued. So this is cool that it looks like dice. I'm liking that. There was a reference of dice on the magician, so maybe this has something to do with that, because in everything that the magician was twirling around, there was a die in there. 2, 3. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'm just agog. Okay, 4. Ken's got the zodiac here. Look at that. Jupiter standing proud and tall there. And here we have Mars, 5 of Swords. I love this. There's got to be a reason for that. I will find out in the book. This is going to be a long enough video. I won't look up all these little intricacies. That'll be for another day. 6. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 7. This is just absolutely amazing. Fabulous. Gorgeous. different than anything I have. I love the history potential here for me to learn more. And the additional, he just feels like that the modern tarot has lost so much of the original true meaning. That's why he did this. He wants to bring the true history and beginnings of tarot back into the forefront. Wow, look at that. Goodness. Nine of Swords. So a lobster or crayfish down here. 10. I know I've said wow about 57 times. I'll probably say it a few more times. There's the page. Gorgeous. Oops, got the top of the card off there. I'm too busy looking at the card. I got to keep it in frame. It's a problem I have. Look at that shield. Wow, 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 wow. Now, interestingly, okay, that's the leftover margin for the number, which is not needed. He left that there. It's not needed. Get it. I get it. I got it. Okay. And there's the knight. Knight. Wow. Oh my gosh. Here's the queen and the king. Gosh, look at them. He's a young king. Young king and queen. Gorgeous. Okay, now we're in the Batons. Beautiful. 2. And there's those spheres. Oh, I'm just loving this so much. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. 3. Oh my gosh, look at that. Saturn. Oh, I'm loving this. I love everything about it. It's so different. And there's so much in each card to learn. Jupiter. 5 of Batons. Oh, I can't wait to dive in and see what all these mean. I'm hoping he's real explicit on what that's all about. That's probably in the front part of the book that I need to get the correlations there. There's a lot more intermixing of meaning than I can discern right now. Boy, look at that 6. Oh, 7. 8. Wow. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at all that line work. Look at all that detail. Wow. Luna, moon. Reference down here. Oh my goodness. I'm a bit overwhelmed, I must say. Terra. Look at that. Page. There's a shield and suit of armor over here, I assume. Knight. Formidable. Queen and the king. Stunning pair. Look at that. Just aren't enough adjectives to go with this deck. And we are now in the cups. I know I'm going slow, but I just have to. You can speed it up and put it on 1.5 or 2. But I've got to look at each one because I haven't seen them yet. Oh my gosh. 2. See, the other 2 had the... Maybe all the 2s are that way. With the two spheres in the 1 sphere. This one has stars on it. 3. I just don't know what to say. I really don't. 4. These are just fabulous. 5. Got Mars again. 6. And I'm sure there's people out there, many of you out there, know more of what these meanings are connected to and all. But I'm in the learning phase. This is a pretty complex deck, but boy, I'm excited about it. Can you tell? Venus. I love the sacred geometry with each one down here. They each have something down here. Wow. Here comes the 9. Look at that. Okay, quit saying wow. I'll try. I'll come up with something else. Ooh. 10. Goodness. Page of Cups. Knight. Wow, look at that. He is ready to go. The horns coming up. And here are the Queen and King again. Beautiful. My gosh. There's the checkerboard floor again. All right, the final hurrah. I hate to see it end. Ace of Coins, that's beautiful. Pentacles are usually my least favorite suit visually, but this one has, look at this. This is just gonna make that go by the wayside because these are gorgeous. 2. And you know, these would not have the same impact if these were in color. I am thrilled that they're in black and white. It has a whole different feel and impact. Look at that. Man. 4. Wow, Jupiter again. At the 5. I am in love with this deck. I'm sorry about the light flipping around. I apologize about that, but technology doesn't like red. I just thought these would kind of pop on the red. I like the aesthetics of matchy-matchy. Look at that. Oh my gosh. sacred geometry in there. Ten. My goodness. Page. Knight. There's horns again. There's so much going on in each card. Here's the Queen and King. Gorgeous. Look at that. And if I had some of them out of frame, I do apologize. I'm just too busy looking at them. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. These are just so fabulous. Thank you again, Kathy, for putting me onto this deck. It's just gorgeous. There's so much to learn, which I'm all about learning, even in my aging situation that I'm in. But this deck, oh my gosh, the Baddeley Tarot. I am so thrilled to have it. I hope that you enjoyed this. And again, if anybody has any comments, camera's crooked, any comments or want to add to anything that I undoubtedly missed, because this is a little bit above my pay grade learning level here so far. So if there's anything you can add in the comments, I'd love to hear it. If you have this deck already and have begun studying, I pre-ordered it. Maybe it's been out there longer. I've had it a couple days is all, waiting to find the time to do the video. So again, if you have any comments or any additional information, I would love to hear from you. This deck is going to be one of my very favorites for 2025, no doubt about that. So thank you so much if you made it to the end, thank you so much for bearing with me and sticking it out. It's a little bit lengthier, but it needed to be, each card needed to have the time to look at each aspect of it, and there's so much more to learn. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have a great rest of your holiday weekend if you do get to celebrate. I actually have tomorrow off, so I'm tickled pink about that. So you have a great rest of your evening, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye for now.